Welcome back to Movie Synopsis.
I'm going to recap a 1975 horror drama movie named Satanico Pandemonium. So, let's begin. It is a beautiful sunny day for the young nun walking through the woods while collecting flowers. Sister Maria is a nun popular for her charity work. She lives in a convent with other nuns. Often, she tours the local community helping people whenever she can. Sister Maria pauses for a while to enjoy the beautiful and serene environment. However, her calm afternoon is interrupted by the sight of a naked man standing in front of her. The man is dripping wet and his strongly defined body gets Sister Maria freaked out, so she runs away. Sister Maria pauses after a while, but she is on the lookout in case the man follows her. She is startled by a young shepherd boy called Marcello. Marcello tells the kind nun that one of his sheep has given birth and inquires if the nun could kindly see the lamb. Sister Maria carries the lamb to the drinking bowl and feeds it some water. On the water's reflection, Sister Maria is shocked to see the man from earlier, only that he is dressed. The man offers the nun a shiny red apple. Maria freaks out again before running for her life. In the convent, the Mother Superior chides the black nuns on duty for not doing their chores fast enough. Soon, the nuns dressed in blue and white dresses sit at the table for their meal. The black nuns serve the other nuns before settling in the kitchen to eat. It appears that they are not allowed to seat with the other nuns. While eating, Sister Maria's attention is drawn to the man from earlier. He appears in the window. He vanishes, but an apple appears in his stead. After the meal, the nuns soon retire to sleep in utter silence. Downstairs, Sister Maria finds the black nuns praying before getting into bed. The nuns sleep on the floor with a few ragged beddings as their solace. One nun starts crying, so Maria goes to console her. She reveals that she joined the convent because she was tired of being prejudiced against for her skin. However, the same thing is happening in the convent. Maria encourages her to be strong. In her room, Maria makes her evening prayers. Unfortunately, her mind goes back to the naked man. She visualizes him calling out to her. The thoughts scare her, so she decides to seek penance. Sister Maria strips and retrieves a barbed belt. She ties it to her waist tightly, relishing in the pain. She also takes a whip and begins hitting herself while moaning in pain. Her self-flagellation session is interrupted by the two black nuns. They apologize for the intrusion, but Maria is needed as one of the cows has just given birth and is in distress. Maria quickly dresses up and rushes to see the cow. Seeing its state makes Sister Maria decide to spend the night in the barn. Once again, she sees the naked man eating an apple. He throws the apple at her. Maria wakes up hoping that the ordeal was just a dream. The cow is feeling better now and Maria is grateful. However, her relief turns into dread as she turns around and notices the apple showing that her dream was very much real. At night, Maria walks into her room and removes the barbed belt. Suddenly, another nun emerges from the shadows. She has been watching Maria undress. She reveals that she has always been in love with Maria. The nun advances toward her saying that she cannot keep it a secret any longer as she wants to be with her. She kisses the shocked nun and throws her on the bed. Sister Maria can do nothing as the other nun begins kissing and sucking on her breasts. The nun then goes down on Maria and the woman lets the pleasure take over. When the nun comes back up, Maria is shocked to see the naked man. He had assumed a nun's body so that he can seduce her. He reveals that his name is Luzbel and that he is the devil. Luzbel leaves Maria soon after. Maria is horrified by the thought of getting intimate with the devil himself. She looks at the grills on the window and desires to escape, but she cannot remove the hardened grills. Maria decides to use the barbed belt again, but since even this didn't help her, she throws it away. She ends up sleeping on the floor naked. The next day, Sister Maria spends the day worried and blaming herself for what happened. Before retiring for the night, the nuns usually walk past a pope's painting and genuflect in front of it. When it is Maria's turn, she is surprised to see the painting as a picture of the devil, meaning that she is praying in front of Lucifer. The whole ordeal spooks her, but she does not know what to do. A few days later, Sister Maria is walking through the village when he encounters Marcello by the watering hole. She approaches the young boy and sits with him by the river. She lifts her skirts and tries to seduce the boy. She gets on top of him and starts kissing the boy's ears and neck. The shocked boy kicks the sister off him and runs away. While having supper at the convent, Sister Maria startles everyone when she jumps up. She hallucinates that her cup has a snake, and it is slithering on the table. Luckily, she calms down after a few seconds. In her room, Maria is approached by another nun. She seduces the nun and starts kissing her. The nun goes along with it for a few minutes before pushing Maria away. The nun tries to flee the room, but Maria stabs and kills her. Meanwhile, the black nun decides that she has had enough torture. She wants to end her life. She steps on a stool and puts her neck on the rope. She begins praying. Maria sees her, and she walks into the room and pushes the nun off the stool to her death. Maria is walking on the grounds when she sees an owl and an apple falls right in front of her. She runs away quickly. Maria goes to the village and knocks on Marcelo's door. Marcelo is asleep in his room and the elderly grandmother leads her into the room. Maria draws the curtains for privacy. She approaches the sleeping boy and starts fondling him. She undresses and joins the boy in bed. Marcelo gets up and tries to resist the nun. Maria wraps her hand around his mother to keep him from screaming out. She then grabs a knife and stabs the boy severally. She steps back covered in blood and to her horror, she has killed the elderly woman. She drops her candle in shock, causing the house to catch fire. She dresses up quickly and leaves the burning house. Maria returns to the convent feeling all guilty about her crimes. She realizes that she is slowly turning against the convent and disobeying the vows she so sincerely promised to uphold. The next day, Sister Maria is informed of the two dead women whose bodies have been taken downstairs in preparation for the burial. Maria heads down to the bodies. She retrieves something from the disfigured hand of the burnt woman, not knowing that the Mother Superior is watching her. Mother Superior soon figures out that Maria is behind the murders. She confronts her and Maria confesses to being possessed by the devil. Mother Superior asks Maria to pray fervently for forgiveness. She will also pray for her. Maria watches Mother Superior praying and darkness overcomes her. She strangles the poor woman using the robes that hold her clothes together. She then wraps the body in a blanket and drags it to the church tombs. She lets the body stay in one of the tombs. During the burial of the deceased, Sister Maria hallucinates that one of the nuns digging the graves is the burnt woman. She freaks out and runs away from the nuns into the mountains. She gets into a cave intending to fast and pray for the forgiveness of her sins. Maria is still praying when Luzbel approaches her. He tells her that the nuns are coming to hand her over to the Inquisition. Luzbel makes Maria see what that will be like. The nuns are seen from a distance carrying burning stakes while marching toward the cave. Luzbel warns Maria that the nuns will strip her naked, rip her mouth open and pour hot lead into her mouth. After that, they will tear her body with a sharp rake, causing her body to be 1,000 parts. The torturers proceed to remove her eye and blood is everywhere. Maria sees this happening, and she screams in imagined pain and real horror. She calls on Luzbel saying that she accepts to be his. The nuns' stakes transform into lovely flower bouquets as they reach Maria. They help her up before asking her to be the new Mother Superior as the old one is missing. Maria is still shaken, but seeing the nuns kneel and beg her makes her agree. The nuns follow Sister Maria while wielding flowers to show that they accept her. When they get back to the convent, Maria is startled by a black cat standing outside the door. When they get in, the nuns hurriedly rush to join the ongoing party. Maria realizes that the convent has turned into a literal house of lust. Several nuns are dancing seductively with their skirts raised while others are making out naked. Luzbel appears and looks at Maria. She walks toward him and Luzbel asks her to look at the people she will be leading. Maria's heart bleeds at the deprivation. She and Luzbel walk amongst the girls with Maria shedding tears of regret. Suddenly, a nun grabs a knife from the dining table and stabs Maria. 4 more nuns do the same and Maria walks away bleeding profusely. Luzbel looks on with a smirk. She gets into her room where she succumbs to her injuries. Suddenly, we see Maria all clean and dressed up lying peacefully on her bed. 3 sisters are outside the room including Mother Superior and the dead black nun. Maria has passed on. The 3 nuns pay their respects before going to join the other sisters. Outside the convent, Marcelo and his grandmother can be seen herding their sheep. Wait, it was all a dream. A young nun leaves the convent with a basket. We see Luzbel follow her with an apple, presumably his next victim. And the movie ends here. So I hope you enjoy the video. So click any video of 3 them and enjoy next, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you soon.